How are you doing? Yeah. Welcome. The year is 2025. We're in the beginning of basically the first, I've lost track now, first or second, well, it's the second, I think it's the second week actually, just the second week in June 2025, right? The time is somewhere between 9 and 9:30. It's summer's night, it's not too hot. It's hot enough, but it's nice and cool. There's a big dog here. Be careful of the dog. So be careful of dogs. I like dogs, but you must be careful with some dogs, you know. So somebody just walking a dog there, I thought, rather than walk between the whole lot of people in a startle situation, I'll just walk around them. And how you doing, guys? Welcome there. So it's June in this video, 2025. I think it's the 10th of June today, 10th of June. Yeah. I'm walking down this road here, right? Yeah, man. Policeman here. How are you guys doing? Okay, I'm just walking home. So it's a little bit cooler now for this evening. It's been a bit cooler in general the last couple of days, but it's like, I say that it's still really, really hot. Like today I was walking down this road. I actually ran down here earlier on. I had to like rush down this road. I ran most of the way and then walked a bit of it, and I was sweating, you know. Yeah. So here I am doing a live stream for anybody who's out there. Water's good. It cleans out your insides. I don't drink a lot of water because I drink more like tea all the time. I don't drink much in the way of soft drinks like, you know, Coke and all that. Occasionally I might have a very rare Coke, 1 or 2 Cokes in a year if I have one, like just as part of like a fast food meal or something. But even if I do have fast food, I usually just, you know, I'd rather just have water and I don't drink a lot of water, but I'm just saying I'd rather just, if I'm outside, it depends, I have a juice or something. I do drink juices, but even like the juices and stuff, you know, it's all chemicals and things they're putting in there and colouring and stuff anyway, right? It's not to say it's like pure, fresh, where you're going to find pure, fresh fruit and pure, fresh fruit juice these days. You know, the way all the things they're putting in the ingredients and everything we're eating, it's all like somewhere or another, right? A lot of stuff's always been, they've been tampered with and all that. Even the water, you know, they say fresh, clean, pure water and all that. Mrs. Natural on the bottle. One of my favourite words, man, natural, nature, you know what I mean? It's the best word you could ever think of, nature, you know what I mean? You know, the natural way of things, the truth. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Yeah, so as I say, so basically, in this video, I'm just talking freely. I'm going to share some what I call wisdom. Now, one man's wisdom is known to others, but not himself sometimes. You know, or known to himself and not by others. The same as the opposite, one man's stupidity. One man's mind is known, you know what I'm trying to say? But like, yeah, one man's what do you call it? Knowledge or learned info is known by himself and nobody else, or by everybody else and not him. Or basically it's the opposite. But yeah, I'm quite tired. I'm just walking down this road. Before I came out today, I did a full workout, but not a full workout. I didn't get my full workout in, to say that. I didn't get the full thing in today, the full workout. It was just like in a hurry, in a rush, you know. And I did a basic full like stretch, top to bottom. Done a few other exercises and stuff, but I didn't get my full regular routine in. And it's all right, I've been pretty tired anyway. I mean, yesterday I did a full workout. Most days I try and get the full thing in. I probably will do tomorrow. So martial arts workout, as I say, a kung fu workout, stretching, a basic stance work, and a lot of strength in there. Coordination, breathing, focus, balance, all that, posture. It's like an aerobics workout almost, but it's all based around the martial arts that I've studied in my life. You have to have a strong mind can strengthen the body, and a strong body can strengthen the mind. And strength is not to be compared with others. Like I said, the same as the knowledge. See, it's of the self. So the power that you have in you to live in this world, the life in general, your life is inside you, right? It's in your body, mind and body. It's part of the whole wisdom thing. See, wisdom can't be really validated as much, can it? It's like, as an idea, you can just be dreaming in your head. Do you know what I mean? In terms of actual valid knowledge, true wisdom and knowledge, it has to come from a learning. You have to learn from the body. So the body is a powerhouse. The body is a book of knowledge. It really, really is. What comes first? The book or the reader, the writer or the reader. You know what I'm trying to say? What comes first? The book or the knowledge? Do you know what I'm saying? I ran down this road, and that was extra exercise today. And even now I'm walking back, it's a very long walk, So I started the video a little bit later than, all that. But yeah, I'm just walking down here, and I thought I'd just share some knowledge with you, some wisdom. So I'm 42, coming on 43 in November. So when you look at that, I'm already then absolutely, let's just say roughly around, excuse me, what's half of 22? What's half of 22? So my birthday's on November the 22nd, see. So half of that would be 11, right? Yeah, so from tomorrow, that'll be from tomorrow. Roughly, yeah, so from tomorrow. It depends, some months have less days or more. I just say roughly right now, I am literally now. Yes, I'm messing myself about. Literally, 42 and a half. I'm 42 and a half. Wow, man, 42 and a half. So, it's June 10th, right? My birthday's in November, which is the 11th month. It's the 22nd of November, my birthday. A bit dark on this road, sorry. Yeah, but anyway, I'm just saying, okay, so, yeah. Like, everybody who goes through this world, whether you live in one country, whether you've lived in multiple countries like I have, different places, everybody who's lived in this world, right, in this man-made, with a man-made, what do you call it? They call it a world. Man-made, man and woman, human-made societies, yeah. That stuff, yeah. That's basically, one thing based, and it's a fake thing, it doesn't exist, but it's like, on this world, this real planet Earth, right, on this world. Now, when you've lived on this world, when you've been living in this world, right, I'm a martial artist, I'm many things, but more than anything, I'm a human being, obviously, right? Now, when you're living here, when you're in this world, or on this world, it doesn't matter whether you're living in one country or you've lived in multiple countries. The time, I'm saying, you've spent in this world, right? So if I'm nearly, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like 42 is half of 84. Some people have died like before the age of 84, you know what I mean? At 43 is half of 86. That's crazy to think. I remember my first day in school, in primary school. Yeah. I remember I've got memories of myself like, in my baby pram when I was a baby, when it was raining and I was touching the plastic when it was raining. So I remember when I was a little baby, a little toddler, and I can remember this. And here I am, I'm 42, nearly 43. And I've been learning, I've learned a lot, I've been through a lot. And I miss this baby who grew up, this human being right here, walking on the earth, living amongst my fellow human beings, right? Most of them, don't seem to know themselves too well. You know what I mean? Because most of them just believe in the role that they're playing, living in a society. Yeah? It's like when I was a little boy, when I was growing up, when I was a young little boy, a tiny boy in school, me, yeah? What about my classmates, or the people that have grown up now? I wonder what they're doing now with their lives. I don't think about it all a lot, the different schools I've been in, you know? And you wonder, like, where are they in their lives now? What are they doing with their lives, you know? Do they know themselves? Do they know what they're doing? Do they know who they are? Who they're not, I should say. Do they know what that role they're doing, that role they're playing, as I say, you know, what that is, what that's taken from them, you know. So I've seen the time pass, and I've seen the months pass, I've seen the years pass, and it's gone really, really fast. I've seen people getting older, people like our parents, you know, older people, family, you know, getting older, you know. Now I'm going to pass some noisy drunkards here. They might start shouting, some noisy drunk people making fun of me. This sometimes happens. So I'm going to walk past. You listen to this. Listen. Wasteful. So I'm saying some people, right, they're quick to mock people, but if you ask them how much money you got, even the rich ones will be like pissed off because they don't feel they've got enough. It's never enough. A lot of people are just squandering their money. They never have enough. And what they really don't have enough of is value for their life. So people were mocking me there. You just didn't see it on camera. You didn't yell out this time. Forget all that. It's back to what I was saying, right? It's not paranoia either, it's awareness. When you've been through years of it, you'll know, okay, when you've lived on this earth and been truly aware and in tune. Now, I don't see myself as being better than anybody, right? I'm able to just see, you know, just see more. I've always been in tune to observing in myself, a true living being, observing what the heck my five senses are observing. I've been observing the observation, if that makes sense. As in, am I really seeing that? What's that? Well, that's something outside of me. What's going on? I don't say, well, my thoughts are everything, you know. I know the whole story, or I know half, and I'm going to like make up the rest of it. I don't do that. Just be honest and free in yourself, you know? Clearly aware and awake. Now let me just tell you what's going on. So I can remember when I was a young boy, and I'm sure there's young people that, you know, have grown up and they're not seeing life as I'm seeing it. They've not taken care of their health like I've taken care of my health. You know, they've not taken care of their mental health or their physical, let alone both of them. That's for sure. A lot of people, probably like them. There's people out there that are not happy, and they've become part of the product, one of the products on the shelf of whatever they're trying to build in the society that is built up, that's going to use them. You know? Yeah. They're buying into the things which are trying to buy and sell them, you know, and their time and energy on this planet. And they're putting themselves down, and they're putting everything else down around them. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So here we are. And now I'm 42, I'm nearly 43. And I walk down the street and I'm thinking, what? I'm walking down the streets and I'm not even thinking about what people might look at me like, what I seem to be like. It doesn't matter if I'm in another country like I'm living, or if it's in my country, but I'm literally one of those older people. And I remember seeing our families, and I remember I've seen people that are like parents or parental like figures, older figures, you know, people to look up to that I've grown older than the ages they were when I saw them back then, like my memories, you know, and like they're getting older, and it's like, it's unbelievable. Then you see other people that have gone really old, and it just blows you away how fast time goes. Life is like, especially when you're observing it, and you're really, really like loving life, like me. I'm not like most people that just going through the thing like a robot. I really see what it really is about, you know. It's about this inside, this inner being and valuing the self. It's a very scary thing to see. And to know you're getting older, you don't really feel it inside, like in your mind. You're pretty tired and exhausted of the journey, but it's like the same youthful self there, the same mind and the energy I'm working with in my mind keeps me active and young. Whereas a lot of people, I've seen people whose minds have deteriorated, they've not worked on that. And so they've just cluttered their minds up with crap and their physical daily routines up with crap. And they've just become like more and more miserable, and their minds are exhausted. And it's not fast and alive. It's like they've become older quicker. So the mind becomes older and sicker, and the body follows that. The body becomes older and sicker, it's the same thing. The mind follows. So you need to keep yourself in a kind of active way. Health way, I think, which is the way. That's what my martial arts is about. My kung fu training, my kung fu training. It's all about keeping myself active. You know, and I do all the different things I do. I do art, I do animation. I like to create. I like to make films and short films. I like to make different kinds of music. A lot of digital stuff on my computer, usually, mostly, but all kinds of art and music and films and writing books. And I've always been an active person, you know. Mind-wise, imaginative person, creative, not destructive, you know. Practicing martial arts, doing basic exercise, not to compare with anybody else in any of these fields. Just doing what I do for myself, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just myself. You know, just for myself. And I've tried to, I've kept it up, that's what I've done. I've always adjusted and kept it up, you know. Yeah. I've always kept it up. And what I've done is I've always tried to share too. I've always tried to share with people, you know. I've always tried to share with people what I've benefited from and what I've learned my whole life, you know, from the martial arts and the creative way and the positive ways, you know. And from studying the Tao, obviously, like I do as well. So I'm not religious, but I'm saying study the Tao, you know, Tao Te Ching and that. You know, which is a true philosophy. That's not some bullshit. That's understanding real life. That's what Lao's talking about. He's not just some man who wrote some book. Oh, you like it, Chinese. That's not what you like, Chinese. This is real truth, nature. So of course I've been studying nature, so it's the truth, the same as Lao's studied. Yeah. That's it. You've got to remember that. So I've learned a lot of things. I'm nearly 43, and you've learned more things about in your life that I will never learn. You know? But it's like, you know what I mean? I've learned the same as, and this is exactly what Lao's always saying also, cultures, languages, everything. People make it. It's not real, you know what I'm saying? People look different a bit, okay, fair enough. But languages, it's not we make that. Written, writing, traditional, it's a traditional music or whatever, cooking, anything, guns, AI, yeah, medicine, or not medicine, but you know what I'm saying? Like the different ways we do things. Clothes, styles, whatever it is, the way we build buildings, it's all made up. The flag, You can get a little child, little boy, little girl can draw and make a flag right now. Not real. I'm speaking to you English. No, I'm not. I'm moving my mouth now. I can speak Chinese to you. And you're Timberdor. I'm saying this is what we've made. People made it. That's what I'm saying. So when you understand the truth, you're free. You realise, money, all them things. It's not real. You just made it. It's how you're living. Mind and body health. This is what Laos is telling you. So when I'm talking to you in these videos, how long now? Excuse my language, how long? Wow. About all this, when I'm talking about martial arts and kung fu wushu training, I'm talking about all that and my life and all this and the Tao and that. You go, this Richard, he likes Chinese culture. So you don't understand. These things, it's asking you to look inside, understand how your body is working. Your body understands more than your mind. You need health. And and when you understand, the more you understand, the less you understand, right? Exactly. The more you know, the less you understand. You do everything, you do nothing. Huh? That's what it is. So the Tao does nothing. In the Tao Te Ching, the Tao does nothing, and it leaves nothing unfinished. You know what I mean? Balance yin and yang. Yin and yang. That's what Tao Te said it. But it's not about me saying it. It's not about Kongs coming up to you, telling you to listen. It's not about any of that. Okay? This is about just what's real. There's no words. The Tao has no word. One word is too many. Understand? One word is too many. One step can be one step forward or one step backward. One action. It can mean too much or too less. Every time you try to do something, it comes from a reason in your mind. It comes from a reason and you think, I need to do this. I need to say that. Yeah, or you think, or someone told you you're lazy. Yeah, so you're always trying to fight something, or you're always trying to prove something. You're always trying to change something. So because you're always trying to change, you're always trying to prove, you're always trying to show, you're always trying to do something, move something or leave your mark in this world and let people understand. Because of that, you never win. You never do it. You just get more tired and you bring yourself down. You want to be successful. So that you tell yourself right now you're not successful until you make a success of that, you see. So this is the problem. First, life. Understand mind and body as one, balance. That's the Tao. Understand life. Understand the good things was good for this human body, your own body too. Yeah. In this natural, in this world we're living in, not society. Society is man-made, but you understand nature. Then you see, what can I do? What can I mentally and physically do to my potential? Rather than chasing after people or wrestling with some kind of idea that they're putting out there, chucking out there. No. And you say, right, how does this translate? Regardless of cultures, regardless of decades, years, regardless of how many people are around me or they agree with me or not, what does this thing do good for me or not? So you can make a lot of money. No, it's not about making a lot of money. It's not about that. That money was made up. And you don't, if you watch my last video, I was talking about earning. You don't earn from anyone. If you think that your actions, like you scream at that tree and it's going to start growing money on that tree, I was screaming at this tree, it's going to start growing strawberries on it. It's not going to happen, okay? It's not going to, peaches, plums, apples. It's not going to happen. Or begging someone with your actions, what you do. It comes from a concern, a kind of fear. Like they say, beauty because you know ugliness, right? Right because you know what's wrong. In your mind, you see what I'm saying? Front, back, top, bottom, fast, slow, hot, cold, big, small. Everything is the Tao, yin and yang, everything. Right? Man and woman, obviously, but there's true things. There's real true things in the Tao. But there's other things which is your opinion, your mindset. Your mind and your ideas is not the true one. It's not the true nature, the true Tao. It's not the true essence of what holds this reality together. It's not mind ideas as reality, logic. True physical reality that allows you to be alive and this planet to be here. Two forces. Always the two sides of yin and yang which hold everything together. Because otherwise it wouldn't exist. It just wouldn't exist. You understand me? And everything we have is that. Everything we have is just what it is. So you've got everything and nothing. The two total opposites, right? Space and time, all of it, it's all made of everything and nothing, right? Two sides, right? Yin and yang, right? The ultimate big two sides of the Tao of yin and yang is everything and nothing. Every single thing in the whole universe. Time in the galaxy, right? It's everything and nothing. And you say, well, what's nothing? It must be a true thing, right? It truly exists. It's a true, yeah, because it must be. Otherwise, everything wouldn't exist. Without it, you wouldn't exist. You exist because of everything else that you're not. See what I'm saying? Whether that exists or not, it's still not you. So the things which are not you, right, are separate. But you are one with the Tao. Everything that's true is one with all nature, the Tao. So, but what is nothing? See, everything and nothing. So true nothing is a bunch of drunkards. Like we're going to pass a bunch of drunkards wasting their life on alcohol. We're going to walk past them if they're arrogant, just ignore it. Yeah. But nothing, like what it is here, nothing truly is nothing. That's what it is. It's truly nothing. It does not exist. So it's a true thing, yeah, but it's nothing because that's what it is. You know what I mean? So it can't do anything for you. It doesn't help you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So basically, nothing. Nothing. Nothing truly is nothing. It can't help you. You can't use it as I say. You can't use it as I say. You can't use nothing. I mean, you can make use of, when you make use of nothing, you're doing something else. See? You're shaping yourself around where there's a space. You're filling it, and that's what I say. There's filling spaces, see, with the essence of pure life and positivity. Because if you're doing negative actions, it's pure destructiveness, but destruction right from is default right from the start. It's not what you do or what you say, but even the fucking, excuse my language, the intent. You can judge for it, see. Judgment is ignorance, see. So it's like, which is wrong and foolish, but it's like it becomes nothing straight away. The very start of destruction is the destruction of itself. It just doesn't exist. It's just doing nothing. So, but they said, your external, types of martial arts like karate and stuff, and you've got the internal ones that fill the spaces, right? You understand? So that the three internal main, let's just use a loose term, schools, ways of kung fu, right? Of the kung fu training. So they say it goes something like this. It goes, Bagua goes around the room, yeah. Xingyi Chuan fills the room. Oh, it goes through the room. So it goes through the room, and Taiji Chuan fills the room. There's the three, right? But you have to remember there's many different schools of Taiji and all the different ones, different kinds of Bagua. For example, so that's what I'm talking about. But it doesn't matter. This is when I'm talking about martial arts. I'm talking to you about kung fu, obviously, in my life and kung fu training. But everything is the Tao, as Lao Tzu says. So everything. You can be painting and be whatever, cooking. How are you listening? And when we say how are you listening, that's a problem because you're listening like that. So you miss everything else. You're not true listening. Now you're talking. Yeah? So the true peace. Empty space, you become one with the space that's there. You become one with everything and nothing. You see? To connect with it all. And when you get halfway through your life, like I have been now, you start to realise, and this is an old sentence, I say, it's an old thing they say, right? To know the road ahead, ask those coming back, right? And I've always had issues, I have problems with that. To know the road ahead, ask those coming back, right? It's an old Chinese proverb sentence, right? Now for me, you can't ask everybody coming back because not everybody is you. And the answer you get, that will be you because it's how you interpret it, how you think I'm saying. So you never hear what the man's saying, what the woman's saying. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so basically all studying, all learning is you. And it's always going to be limited. Don't fight with that, that's okay. Don't exhaust yourself. You know, so let me pass this. So half. So you're limited. Because you are always limited, it means you're always unlimited. I'm talking English. Maybe it's English, maybe 2025, but I can only talk the Tao as loud as speaks. That's it. And I don't. If you understand it, I've learned. No, that's it. It's finished. You need to learn. When you say it's not from me. Nobody can teach anyone. They just teach you about society. They talk about their own step. The feeling in my leg. I'm tired. This leg is here. That's not going to help you. You say how much money you got. How much money you spent yesterday. That's nothing. That's history. You could be dead tomorrow, 95 years old. Okay. So it's nothing. But what I'm saying is, when you're limited, right? So when you're limited, mind and body, there's always more for you. And you will be limited. So it's a good thing. There's always more for you. See? So that's what happens. Sometimes people talk too much. They show you something, or they show you their money. They show you it. When they show you it, obviously they're hiding something else. Right? Doesn't matter if it's something or nothing. When they show you it, right? That's what they're doing. They're showing everything they've got. That's it. That's probably it. Yeah. But the ones who are quiet, humble, and peaceful, just there's always more. There's a mystery. There's what I'm saying. But it's not for you to learn and understand them. It's for you to understand yourself. Right? I'm going to go up these steps now. But as I say, right, so the journey. So with this go, I can tell you. One second. Finish what I'm saying. Half of the thing, right? Half of it, right? As I say, half of this thing, right? I don't want to talk to that man now. I want to talk to you. So we're going to walk around for a second. Right? I'm going to walk around this building. I don't want to talk to them. I'm talking to you for a second. That's what I'm saying, right? So when you go half of the way, through your life, you will know what I'm saying. When you go half, let's say roughly, when you get to my age, let's say 40, I'm 42, nearly 43, right? So you know that is half of like 86 now. I'm nearly half of 86 years on the planet. So I might not be very old, but it's halfway, right? It's not going to tell me everything about what's ahead of it. It may not be able to tell me everything about what it was the previous years. I just saw them as they were. And I can come up with infinite interpretations or of alternative possibilities and things as well. I could come up with those, you know, of what the life could have been, etc., etc. I could do that. But that would also be wasting time. I'd say the most important thing is don't waste your time and energy for that. Don't waste your time and energy. Because the thing is, okay, I'm trying to work it all out, you know what I mean? We should respect when we see someone who's older than us. Because I see people all the time who are like 20, 20, let's say. Someone who's 21 is half my freaking age. Wow. And I remember being 21. It's quite a big number, it feels like, in 21. Now I'm 42, nearly 43. Okay. And I've seen people who have been, older as well. Sorry, it's very dark on this road, I know, but I've seen people, I see it every day. And I've seen people grow. I've seen people grow from like 40-something up to 60-something. Like, because they were 40 when I was that age and now they're 60-something, see? I've seen other people like going into their 70s now. It's just terrifying. It really is. And, 80, and people who are 80 or 90 have died between the ages of 80 and 90. And you have to value. You don't know the whole journey of what someone's walked. Let's hope that it's not wasting their lives going through society like a damn robot, brain dead, following what everybody else expects of them, trying to make something in this world, in this society. Fake illusions, fake, trying to make something of all this rather than make something of the life here. Make sure your actions and visions are true, that reflect truly some kind of understanding or some kind of thinking, which is not just a lost emotion, but a connected inner thought without like a forced process. It's not coming from external push, external manipulation, perception, confusion, and suffering. It should come from inner workings of natural. The mind and body's got to come as one. Understand the self more. You know what I'm saying? Literally understand the self until you come into a way of being that you start to save time and energy in yourself. Do you understand? That way, you start to realise what your life's about. There's a moon up there. Look at the moon. There's a moon up there. Have a look at that. Yeah. You'd be a real young, kind of. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you. Yeah. So, okay. So that's so. Yeah, the moon's up in the sky. The sun will be up in the sky tomorrow. They may or may not give a shit about us, what we're thinking. You have to value and really value and do good for yourself. Value your life. We're here. Don't keep sticking your nose in and complicating your life by delving into other people's businesses, other people's confusion, basically, their habits, their ways, their routines, their stresses, or giving yourself stress, trying to change and manipulate people, or worry about how they feel about you and what they're trying to, how they think you should be acting or whatever. You know what I mean? Just find inner peace within the self. Find peace and acceptance in doing things that make you, take you back to how you would naturally feel. Then you take care of the tree, and then maybe you will have the flowers blooming on the tree. You know what I mean? That's how it basically is. That's basically it. Yeah? And if you don't have much time, as I say, you have to organise time, because time will pass you so fast. Try to organise your time. Try to make some moments for yourself, some time where you can do things that benefit you. Organise your time, arrange it better. Stopping this one here, please. Thanks for watching.